I make millions of dollars a year and I do not keep any money in my bank account. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why I do that. So first of all, just to be clear, I don't have $0 in my bank account, but I definitely have a very low amount compared to how much money total I have. And so the first number we want to calculate is what is the minimum amount of money we should actually have in our bank account at any given time. And that number is going to be based on your burn rate. So if you don't know what burn rate is the amount of money that you're actually spending every single month just to live and survive. So that's food, living, credit card expenses on a regular basis, cars, insurance, things like that you need every single month, not including the travel and the excess things that you like to do. So whatever that number is, that is going to be your burn rate. So for the sake of this example, let's pretend our burn rate is $10,000 a month. That is the amount we need just to continue to survive. What I like to do is I like to keep a minimum of 8 months worth of my burn rate inside of my personal bank account. So if my burn rate is $10,000 a month, I would be keeping a minimum of $80,000 in my bank account. Once I get to that point, that is when I stop keeping money in my bank account, and I'll show you in a second what I like to do with it. Now, if you're riskier than me, you can keep 6 months in your bank account. If you want to be more conservative and you're a little bit more scared of risk, you can keep 12 months of burn rate in your bank account, but I do not recommend going a penny over that amount. Now, there's 2 reasons why I do this. Number 1 is the craziest, and the reason you'll probably think I'm crazy as you watch this video. Now, I like to stay motivated. And if I have a ton of money in my bank account, I get super comfortable. I start making excuses for why I don't have to show up to work, why I don't need to work as hard, et cetera, et cetera. But if I have less money in my bank account, I continue to feel that feeling of my back against the wall. I need to start working more to be able to gain traction, and it keeps me working harder. Now, different people have different ways to motivate them. I've given this advice to a few of my friends, and I can promise you that all of them work much harder now that they have less money sitting in their bank account. That doesn't mean they're throwing the money away. It doesn't mean they're just spending it. I'm going to show you in a second exactly what I do with it. But that is the main reason why I do it. But it is not the reason that financially makes the most sense. Reason 2 is the one that makes more financial sense, and that is inflation. If I'm going to leave my money in the bank, it's going to depreciate every year based on whatever the inflation rate of the US dollar is. For example's sake, right now the inflation rate of the US dollar is about 8% per year, meaning if I had $100,000 in the bank this year, at this time next year, it's only going to be worth $92,000 of purchase value because of inflation. And so I could sit there and put all my money in a bank account and get my ego all inflated, work less hard and get more comfortable because I have it, and also lose 8% of my money's value every single year. Or what I could do is force that money out of my bank account as quickly as possible into other investments that stop me from bleeding 8% a year. So as an example, every single month, I have automatic deposits that go out into my investment accounts, whether it's crypto, whether it's stocks, whether it's bonds, and I disperse my money as quickly as possible automatically without being able to see it into all these other brokerage accounts so that all my money is scattered and elsewhere, and I do not actually have visibility on it, so that when I log into my bank account, I do not see all that money, and it makes me feel like I need to keep working harder. But number 2, now that money is working for me. So currently right now, a lot of my money is in 5% bonds for US Treasuries, which is a very safe and secure investment. And even though I'm not beating inflation at 8%, I'm at least getting 5% back on my money. So instead of losing 8% of my money passively by leaving it in the bank, I'm actually only losing 3% of my money every single year to inflation, which is a pretty normal rate and an acceptable rate, especially in today's market. So I highly advise you, if you are making money over your saving threshold of burn rate, based on whether you want to keep 6 months, 8 months, or 12 months, whatever it is, everything over that number, I encourage you to disperse it to other accounts, whether it's brokerages, whether it's other bank accounts, whether it's other investments in real estate and other areas that you want to do it in. But get rid of that money as quickly as possible, get it out of sight so you can be more motivated, and put it in areas that are at least making you a few percentage points of a return so that you can fight inflation as much as possible and stop yourself from just losing all your money, 8% per year, while it sits there in the bank rotting away doing absolutely nothing for you. Hopefully this video has convinced you on why you should send your money out of your bank account as quickly as it comes in, as long as you're over that savings threshold that I talked about. And if this video was valuable, please go ahead, subscribe below, and I hope to continue to be able to give you more value on how to manage your money, how to manage your life, so you can keep more money, make more money longer, and have a much better and more successful life. Go ahead and hit the button below and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.